Everyone. I think this week is actually Lexus and my turn. Just give me a minute. I was actually brewing coffee. Sorry.
Does it stream automatically?
Yeah, I think we are live now.
But I don't see it on YouTube, but never mind. Oh yeah, okay, can see it automatically. Okay. Got it. Sorry, we're live.
Yeah, we are live now. All right. So hi, good afternoon, morning, evening, everyone. Probably some is good night. Yep. So this week is actually back to Alexis and me again, and I think it has been slightly a month and a half since we meet here. Yeah. Okay. So without further ado, let me go to my charts so that I can share with you what's up on my list. Yeah. Which is actually more or less the same as what I've analyzed, I think, a couple weeks back. Yeah. So that means actually my setups actually did work since the last I shared with you. Now, so I'm still bearish on pound. I'm still bullish on pound. And you can see that the last time I shared with you, I was waiting to trade off these levels. Yeah, the British pound index on the weekly chart. And price eventually did actually bounce off it and went up to about 130, and now it has a bit of a retracement, which is a good thing. So that means I actually have a second level to trade off. Now, this is actually a bit riskier on the daily chart. We can see that we don't have, on the daily chart, you can see the space. Now I'm on a weekly chart. Yeah, but probably you need to aim for only 1:1 or 2:1, and then you see how it goes. But since I'm trading on H4, this is actually probably a good move for me to jump into. Yeah, it will be a healthy about 5:1 if it actually did happen. You can see that this is a very, very nice uptrend for the British pound. Yep. So this is the most, I would say, bullish of all the other indices. So keep a really strong lookout for any setups that's against the pound. Yep. Bullish pound, and then its close friend would be the euro. Yep. Euro and pound usually have a positive correlation. So you can see even the euro is actually having a very nice setup, which is bouncing off the 110 level. Yeah. So if it actually did have a successful bounce, Jaguars or polar bears alike, you should be really happy because we have ample space for price to travel up to. But this will be a few months run. But even then, for price to actually travel to this level, this is easily lots of, I think, more than a couple of 500 pips. Yeah, that we can actually bank on. So keep a lookout on both the euro and the pound index, or anything that's paired against these two. Yeah. Now the next on my list, I'm also actually pretty bullish on Swiss. Now there's a caveat on it, is that you can see that Swiss, again, be reminded on the weekly chart, price have a very, very nice break. Came back and retest on this level, which has been actually tested 1, 2, and this is the third test already. Now, if this is a successful test, the next run it will go is actually up to this level. And this last time that price had actually been to this level, let me check. Get rid of this box, actually back on 2015. Yeah, so it was a bit 8 years back. And even then, it was really a touch and go. Yeah, so this is actually, I would say, a more of a high risk move with low reward. Yeah, so anybody who actually wants to trade a bullish Swiss, go for a short-term setup, not a long-term setup. I don't advise on a long-term, which is unlike the pound and euro. Yeah, so this is really more of a hit and go, and be really, really mindful of this level. No, don't be just looking at the extreme. If you're going to trade a bullish Swiss, any signs of it having a bearish price action that actually appear, be prepared to actually let go of your position. Or if you have to take a small loss, so be it. But I'm saying that Swiss on its own right now, it does have a bullish look to it. Yeah. So just keep a lookout on this pair. But don't go too heavily on it. Now the other on my list is actually the Kiwi. Now since then, Kiwi, weeks back, I'm saying that it's in a range. It is still in a range. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I think Yen recently has a huge news release. I'm not too sure about that. Now, but anyway, I still don't see any good move which I can bank on yen. On saying that the yen seems to be hitting the 70. Yeah, it should move. It could move up a bit and be stuck in the range then for. Yeah, So not really a trending pair for me. Again, the Aussie pair, same as Kiwi. Both the Aussie and Kiwi have a positive correlation. When one is in the range, the other pair would usually be buddy with it, also be stuck in the range. Yep. Now the dollar is actually interesting. Overall, it has its downward movement done and been stuck in the range. On saying that, if you look at it, it does imply sort of that it may be in a bearish move, start of another bearish move here. Yeah, but I'm not that confident to actually trade it at the moment. I'd rather it clear at least this level, which will probably give me some confidence in that it will break the 100. Once it breaks the 100, then it will be more or less in a free fall move. Yeah, so I'm not so keen on trading a bearish dollar at the moment. Yeah, I need for it to give me a lower high instead. Yeah, but it's good to keep a lookout. But for anybody who wants to jump in early, there are signs that it may happen. Yeah, but be very cautious about it. And the last on my list, which is the most bearish of all, is actually the Canadian index. Yeah, it's just on the very high side of a larger range. Yeah, so it does have ample opportunity to actually move downwards. Yeah, so not that it is particularly bearish, but just that it's on the high side of a range. Yeah, so that it has on my side, it does seems to give some indication that it will go short. Yep. So these are what I analyzed, which is really, I repeat again, British pound, euro index, and the Swiss does have upward potential, especially the pound and euro, and then followed by the dollar and CAD, which have downward pressure. Now, of this all, let's go to specific entries, which is the pound CAD. So once we go into pound CAD, you can see that same old story. I'm actually either waiting for pound CAD to have a break and retest, or if it actually travels down all the way to the bottom of the range, all the better. I can actually have a larger move for it to go upwards. Euro CAD, really the same setup. So if you actually trading either of these two, don't go 1% each on both. Yeah, 0.5% each or just 1% on either. Right, so these two are displaying very similar setups as of now. Now, pound dollar is a bit cleaner for me. In fact, I would say the setup has already appeared already. You can see that it has given us a lower high all along. And I might actually trade this short, but I'm actually, this is really a pending position, because as I analyze that pound is actually going on long. So this is more of an opportunistic move for me to trade downwards for a short while before it might bounce again. Yeah, so this is more of an opportunistic move, not really I would say, a long-term trending setup. And again, very similar story for euro dollar. Now, why I'm trading this despite saying that both the euro and pound will be long is simply just an opportunistic, because let us go back to the dollar index. I want on the weekly chart. Yeah. So this is the reason why I'm saying that dollar might have a short-term opportunistic to go up before it breaks again. Yeah, I'm simply waiting for this move. If it happens, if it does not, then I will just give up. Yeah, but the long-term move will actually be pound CAD and euro CAD. Yep. So that's all for me. Let me see if I have any questions. Look, is there a reason why I'm using the weekly time frame instead of any others? Yeah. So being I would say a high risk reward trader myself, usually I will want to go for any move that is more than 3:1. Yeah, sometimes I will even go up to 8:1 if it's possible. Yeah, then weekly chart, the horizontal levels that is being plotted on the weekly chart gives me the best opportunity to do so. Yeah, so it's more of a long-term move that I'm looking at. Desmond, what platform? Oh, this trading view that I'm using. Yeah. Usually I will use trading view for analysis and then MT4 for entry. I think that's quite a standard among all. So with that, I'll hand over